Okay, so I went to Surrey yesterday. I just got back and stuff, visiting my friend, and as usual, we love shopping and just looking around the town and stuff. I've never really been there much. I went there like in February time, but before then, I never really kind of like have been outside of London, especially on my own and stuff. So what we like to do is we are shoppers. We love shopping and like food and all that. So we went to like her local shopping centre in Surrey and stuff. And then we just looked around at like makeup, at like books and stuff, like stationery, anything that we could find because we do have a lot of common interests. One of those common interests is art as well. So we came into this like little home store thing, and it had a bunch of things from like mugs to different types of tea to like, I don't know, like jars and all this stuff. And then I didn't realize, but we like quickly came to realize that they had an art section and stuff, and they had like just fountain pens, kind of ink pots, watercolors and paintbrushes, and everything was really surprisingly cheap. This place had like a bit of like a fancy vibe and stuff, and some of the things were like quite expensive, but I would say for the most part it was really like affordable. So I came across these paintbrushes and I was like, ooh, I should actually like get some and stuff, because my paintbrushes, I've had them since art GCSE. Fun fact, we both did art, by the way, so that's why we were very interested in the art supplies and got inspired by it. But the ones that I had since art GCSE, that was like probably like 3 years ago, they have been destroyed. They have been absolutely just like mortified. Those things, we need to replace them. That like there's a select few that are okay, but I just think I didn't take care of them as well, because I don't know, when you're younger, I don't think you really like you realize, and plus they were cheap anyway, so I don't think they were gonna last long. So they seemed like very good quality, these new paintbrushes in this store that we were at, and they were only like 66p like a pop. Well, the ones that I got personally, but like the most expensive one was £1.20, and I think that's quite good half the time. So, and they look decent. They were decent for what they were priced. So I got one like big kind of like tapered one. I don't know how to say, I don't know what it is, but I just got one that was like a bigger one, and then one that was like a smaller one and stuff. I got those, and then I brought them back home, brought them all the way back home from Surrey to London. And then as soon as I kind of like got like sat down, I didn't pack away my stuff. I didn't like organize my life and organize my room, which is very messy. This is like the neat side of it, so I'm not showing you the true type of messiness. But I like started getting out my watercolor and stuff that I had, and I haven't hit pan, I haven't finished that off because obviously I got it like a few years ago, and watercolor, unless you use it like religiously, it takes a while to like wear it down and fully like finish it. So I had some stuff left over, a bunch of stuff left over from art GCSE, and I started to like paint stuff with no kind of object, no kind of goal, like okay, let's paint a person or let's paint a landscape. I was just painting like lines, and I was like, okay, I can make this into a flower, or I can do this and then that, and like whatever. And then it was quite nice actually, because I can't remember the last time I actually did that. And then I moved on to making a charcoal piece. It was a mixed media charcoal piece, because the at the store they wrapped the paintbrushes up in this type of like brown wrapping paper. I quite liked it, and I thought, you know what, I like to do mixed media, so I kind of got that, and then I stuck it on, and yeah, I started doing that, and I did like a really bad charcoal thing of Amy Winehouse from like a perspective shot, and I've never done that before, and it was like, it's not great, but it's not awful. So I'm like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's god awful, but hey. And then I kind of like thought, oh, this is really nice, like let alone watercolor, I haven't even touched charcoal like in a while, in like an art sense, you know. And I was like, wow, I haven't picked these like little like charcoal pieces up since like I was like in year 10 or year 11 or something. And I was just getting like to think, why haven't I done that and stuff. I've done art on and off since then, But I think 3 major things, or maybe 2 major things, was the reason why I didn't really continue with art and stuff. And like I kind of forgot about it for a while, and I left all this like equipment like laying around. One was time, because obviously my time went to different things. I continued on to A-levels. I did French, music technology and English, and those were really dense, and I was getting wrapped up in like so much stuff that to the point where I just like my passion for art and like my, you know, hobby, my time for that kind of faded into obscurity, because I was doing other things at the time as well, other extracurriculars. So one thing had to kind of give, and that was what gave. And then second of all, I think it was like frustration with art and stuff and my art skills. It wasn't like the issue of the discipline in general. I think it was like the fact that I had all these crazy, amazing, like cool, revolutionary thoughts in my head, as everyone does. Artists will know this well. And then as soon as you put like pen to paper or charcoal to paper or pencil to paper or like oil pastel to paper, it never comes out that way, unless you have been working at this for ages, or unless like you're just good at what you do. I don't know. And I think that's what irritated me, because I can be a crippling perfectionist, and I think a lot of artists deal with that and stuff. So I think it just kind of like my own frustrations and my own like lack of desired skills kind of got me frustrated with this thing, and I was like, you know what, screw it, let's just move on to something else, and kind of like let's let it kind of go back into obscurity. And yeah, I think I was just thinking about that, and I was like, well, it's just because I'm not like the greatest with like making art and stuff, and it's not my like forte, I would say, definitely by far, like, oh, hands down, I will say that. Like, why was I stopping myself all these years from creating art? Because the art I made yesterday and stuff, and just like the process of doing it, and you know how fun it was like really entertaining and really nice enough, to the point where I was like, oh, I really like enjoy this and I miss it, you know? And like the journey was so much more better than the result, you know? So I just started thinking, why, you know? And why can't, let alone me, other people kind of like make things that are like not that great, or not up to standard, or not up to industry standard, or something like that? Why can't, what prohibits us so much from making stuff? Because we get frustrated or like irritated or something, or like, I don't know, just dissatisfied and all of that. And I feel like it is really important to make bad things, especially if you're like an artist. It is really important. I'm not even just talking about like kind of, how do you, oh my gosh, like the artist like painting and type of things like that. I'm talking about like the artist that also does music, because music's my main thing. Art is my like side type of thing that I love as well. I love it in its own like way and stuff. And other things, maybe like writing and poetry and stuff. Art, like any sort of artist, or like even bad, kind of like writing a bad play or something, like being like, you're a great playwright and you're such a perfectionist, and you've written a bad play, and like, yeah, you know, it helps you get to like your goal of being really good and really like, you know, improving and just being better. So I just thought it was kind of interesting to see, and interesting to kind of like actually do something for once, and like not hit myself over the head like, why isn't this perfect, why is that off, why doesn't this look good and stuff. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm gonna show you my thing, my little sketchbook. I made this ages ago. To be honest, I quite like the whole thing that I made here. I'm quite happy with it, like the cover thing. I can't even remember when I made it and stuff, but yeah, quite happy with that. It's just the contents inside that I used to get really fussy about and stuff. And this thing is like empty. There's not a lot of stuff in it. I've only just started hopefully using it more often, but for a while it was like years between a piece, or years between like a little sketch or something. So I will show you what I did yesterday specifically. So the first one I did, it's not perfect. But then again, this is what the, oh god, I'm covered in charcoal now. This is what the piece, like this is what the video is about. So yeah, this is what I did. It's not that great, but it's fine. It's okay, and I'm not mad at it. It's okay for what it is, and I didn't expect anything out of it, so I can't get disappointed, you know? Yeah, it's nothing great. I just used a bit of like watercolor and stuff and made like flower things, I guess. I don't know, man. And then I used like a kind of wash of different colors. Like there's a green, no, there's a green flower, and then there's like a bit of like an orange type of like flush behind it. I don't know. And then this one, what is that one? I don't even know. I don't know, man. There's like a purple one and there's like a brown one. I tried to not use complementary colours to the T, but like complementary colours was kind of a vibe thing here. And then oh my god, that looks so bad. I just saw that on screen. It's fine. She looks, do you see her? She looks so stiff. It looks better in person, guys. I actually promise. But I was looking on Pinterest. Yes, I was looking on Pinterest. And there was a like picture of Amy Winehouse, and she was kind of like sitting down at this angle, and there was a guitar. I was not about to draw a guitar because it would look stiffer than her, but yeah, I decided to get some charcoal and do that. It's not, I can't tell if it's like, I don't know, it looks so crossed up close but then far away. I don't know, man. But yeah, I did that, and that was like nice. I don't really draw people like that. I think a lot of people kind of relate because like it's hard, it's difficult, so I just don't bother drawing people. I'd rather draw like paint or draw like a kind of happy place. I haven't sealed this with like anything or like hairspray or something, so that's a bit messy, but yeah. Oh yeah, the brown bit is like the thing that I'm talking about, like the wrapping that the paintbrushes came in and stuff. Oh god, let me so I'm making, well, I was making an EP last year, and I drew like a mock-up for it, and like it doesn't look that great. The person, it looks so bad, but it's fine. This is what it's about. And yeah, I did some other things here like this. I really did think I ate with that. I'm not gonna lie, I really did think I changed the world with that one. And then I realised a few weeks later, I was like, what the heck is this? It looks so bad. But, and then I have like this sketch of like Waterloo type of like graffiti thing. And then I have like I like Gothic architecture, so I tried to like copy it, and it's not even symmetrical. It's not, and I think I did like I drew like a central line so it would be symmetrical. It did not like turn out that way. But yeah, I mean, it's actually quite nice to show you the really crappy art that I have made over the span of like probably like 3.5 or like 4 years. It is quite nice because like those are things I usually do not, people like, I'll take that to my grave. That's not getting shown anywhere, you know? So I think if you're like seeing this and stuff, it might as well be your like sign to do the same thing and stuff. And the fact that I just showed you my art and stuff, and like it's not perfect and it's really shitty looking, and I can laugh at it and like, you know, to kind of be like, it's not great, and like I'm not expecting anything great out of it, you know? I think you can do the same as well, you know? Like if you're kind of stuck in this place and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to put anything out, or like I'm not talented at all, it's just like I've got nothing to say, everything I tried to say kind of flops, just like put it out there and stuff. And if you don't want to put it out there, at least be happy for what it is and stuff, and like don't expect anything amazing and like stuff. I'm not saying to not have faith in your talent, because everyone has talent and stuff, whether you like credit yourself or not, but just like be happy for like your non-great pieces and your non-great songs, as well as like your great songs or like your great pieces. I'm tying this to music because I'm primarily a musician, and I think I need to kind of learn this lesson as well. I've learned this lesson for art, I think, to an extent. I had an epiphany last night and now here I am making a video about it. But I think, yeah, I think this is the lesson that I need to learn, and I think probably if you're watching this and if it showed up somewhere, I don't know, man, then probably like you maybe might need to learn it too, especially if you're an artist or if you're just like a hobby artist or a professional one, anything, you know? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah. I'm proud about this cover though. This is the one that I am proud about. The others, they're not great, but I should be happy with them either way. They're okay, it's fine. I'm learning, we are all learning, and I mean, human flaw is like the best part of like the human, like, you know, itself. So if everything was perfect, it'd be so like boring. I feel like I'm trying to create some revolutionary like sayings right now, but everything would be generally boring. It's like, I watched this YouTube video recently and stuff, and it's like putting it in a GTA game. If you're at like the max type of level for everything, you have everything, everything's at your feet, and you can just, everything's accessible to you. There's no boundaries or there's no like flaws. Everything's perfect and fine and you've mastered everything. The game's gonna get boring because basically you've completed that, you know? It's the same thing for life. Like if you're amazing at something and you're not like fighting to hone your craft and stuff, then it's kind of like, it's kind of boring. There's no more fight, there's no more pursuit, there's no more why, you know? There's no more why. So yeah.